Yo, what up, though? So the Vikings, man, it back off their bye week. JJ is back, fully healthy. Dobbs is now the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, man. Can the Minnesota Vikings beat the Raiders at Las Vegas? And I think they can, man. The Minnesota Vikings had a whole extra week to install some new plays for Dobbs and the rest of the offense. And did KOC dumb down the playbook for Dobbs, or did he add on to the playbook for Dobbs? That right there might be the problem. And me, honestly, I want to see how Dobbs and JJ play. JJ said before he was excited to play with a quarterback who can extend plays. Will KOC let Dobbs play backyard football after the first and second read is in there? That what KLC should have did during the bye week. Install some new plays and tell Dobbs after the first and second read, play backyard football with JJ and the rest of the offense, man. Because I kind of feel like this right here might put JJ on another level with a quarterback that can extend plays if Dobbs can get JJ the football. That's right there is the big question, man. But we're going to learn more Sunday about Dobbs and JJ relationship on the football field. The Minnesota Vikings offense got to learn how to run the football against the Raiders, man. The Raiders defense isn't that good of a football team. The whole team not. The defense, I know they got Crosby, but that's really about it. And I feel like our offensive line can hold Crosby in check. This right here should be a big game for Madison, man. Madison should go for 100 yards against the Raiders, 2 touchdowns and no fumbles. The Minnesota Vikings should have no turnovers against the Raiders defense, man, because the Raiders defense is awful, man. It's hot garbage. So the Minnesota Vikings do not need to be turning the ball over like they did against the Raiders, man. I mean, against the Bears. But the Bears offense, I feel like going to have a problem against the Vikings defense, man. I know the Raiders got some nice weapons on offense. Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, and other players, but their offense still isn't that good of an offense, man. Their offense is a shit show. They got an interim head coach over there who was a former football player. He had them playing good the first 2 weeks though. But let's be for real, the Raiders ain't no good football team, man. I just feel like the Minnesota Vikings cannot afford to lose to the Raiders, man, because the Packers, Rams, and Seahawks all are 6-6, and everybody is fighting for that wild card spot in the NFC playoffs, man. And I feel like a game against the Raiders is the game the Minnesota Vikings cannot afford to lose. Against the Raiders, come on, man. We got to beat the Raiders, man. KOC got to do better on offense. The play calling has to be better, man. This all fall back to KOC in the offense. Because we seen the Vikings offense stink up the place against the Bears, man. If KOC and the offense would have did better, we would have beat the Bears, man. But we didn't. And the shit is history, man. The shit is old. We can't redo what been done. But what we can do moving forward is beating the Raiders, cleaning up some mistake on offense, and play clean football, man. No turnovers. We can't afford turnovers no more during the damn football season, man. All our turnovers should be out of the system by now. I'm not going to lie to y'all. We got about 15 turnovers, man, if not more. And that right there, way too much with 5 games left in the NFL season. So I think the Minnesota Vikings beat the Raiders, man, because the Raiders don't know how the Minnesota Vikings offense is going to look. So hopefully KLC got some new plays up under his hat. He going to pull out against the Raiders. He be committed to run the football with Madison and Chandler and with Dobbs. And the Vikings go out there and hang 27 or 30 points up on the boys. And the Vikings defense hold the Raiders to about 13 points or less. I think the Vikings win this game against the Raiders, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section below. Do y'all feel like the Minnesota Vikings will beat the Raiders after coming off a bye week? They have to. Coming off a bye week to face the Raiders with a rookie quarterback, I believe, an interim head coach. You playing in Las Vegas. It's probably going to be more Vikings fans there than Raiders fans. Skull Nation. We get this W against the Raiders on Sunday.